Hey everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Rental Robert here with the Hustle Nation, and kind of what I'm going to talk to you about today is that the easiest thing you're ever going to do is make money. Hardest thing you'll ever do is hold on to it and start getting it to work for you. I don't know about you, but personally, I don't want to wake up every day and have to go to work. Eventually, I want to wake up and ask myself, do I want weeks in the Maldives, or do I want to go to Circle K and get a hot dog, or do I want to go get steak and lobster today and a massage? The reason for that is that I like the idea of financial independence, okay? And I heard a guy the other day talk about his family or mother and father-in-law that are in Kenya doing missionary work. They both got COVID. They were airlifted to Switzerland for medical attention. His wife got a flight to Switzerland to go see her parents. They never worried about how much the plane ticket was. They never worried about, can we take this time off? Are we able to do this? They got a bunch of rental property. You know, they're not spending their money as they make it, and so none of that came into effect. And so that's what I would like, is no matter what comes up, I want to be able to say, yeah, let me go ahead and go do that if that's the choice that I want to make. So that's what my end game goal is, okay? I'm going to tell you a few tips on how to manage your money now that you're making some. Hopefully you'll get something out of it and benefit from it as well. Hey everybody, all right, here we go. We're going to talk about something, all right? Now, this is, the majority of people I find have done and set up an LLC for their business, okay? What you need to do, that I can't tell you. It's important though, once you start to accumulate some stuff, cash, we need to protect it as best as possible, okay? And we need to grow it, all right? The first thing that people do, and this is having to do with pay, you need to figure out if the business is your sole income. You need to figure out, hey, this is how much I need to pay my bills. Okay. Say this is how much I need to be a baller. I said how much I need to pay my bills. Okay. I pay myself $800 a week. That's it. All right. Whatever the business makes above that, it stays in the account. I'm an employee. Okay. The reason for that is that if you're starting to make a couple thousand a week and everything, and you're basically dipping out of the company money, it's real easy at the end of the year for you to say, well, you know what, I made a bunch of money, but I don't have any what happened to it, okay? You need to figure out exactly how much it is you need to live, okay? We'll just say like rent is $1,000 a month, truck payment $400, utilities $300, and then $300 a month for food as well. Okay, you add that up, that's $2,000. That means that you need to get paid $500 a week to be able to make that. Okay, and that's how to figure it up. I know it seems real archaic, and everybody is saying, man, why are you doing this? It doesn't come to us naturally, okay? If you're in the United States, you are taught from a very early age that when you make money, you need to go spend it, okay? That's not the case, all right? When you do that, you are guaranteeing somebody is going to have an employee for the rest of their life. When you do that and engage in that kind of behavior, you are guaranteeing they're going to have an employee for the rest of their life. What I mean by that is that you are not supposed to become financially independent if you're in the United States, okay? Our whole country has been made on, I need it now and I really can't afford it, but I want it. Just ask yourself, if you had to put 10% down on any purchase that you made over $10,000, car, you go look at a new truck, $70,000. What if you had to put $7,000 down on that? Where you'd be at in the automobile industry. Housing, great question. Average house, $300,000. Say like if you had to put 10% down on that, 30 grand. How many of y'all can write a check for 30 grand and it never affect you? Most people can't, okay? This is what I'm talking about right here is that when you start making money, we're going to show you how we need to start preserving it and keep it going, okay? So pay attention on this one. Next thing, you start making some money. First goal, $1,000 in the account, okay? Doesn't seem that difficult. It won't be. Next goal, 10 grand. That one's going to be a little bit harder. I remember the day that my account hit 10 grand. I thought I was in tall cotton. You want to talk about, oh my God. And from that point, it gets a whole lot easier. Trust me when I say this, okay? But that first 10, it's a booger to get, all right? But here's what I want you to do is I want you to keep a minimum balance in your company account. Everything else, I want you to put into a separate account in a different bank out of your company account. The reason for that is layer of protection, okay? If something happens with your business and you get sued, whatever's in the bank account, they can attach. They can go after. Guess what? If there's no money sitting in there, they can't get it. Hello? Now, especially if you've got an LLC, make sure that all your expenses that are coming out of that, like if you got a debit card, that those are totally justifiable for the business, okay? And what I mean by that is that, say like if you got ice cream that you charged on your debit card with the company account, paying personal water bill or power bill or something like that, that corporate veil is going to be pierced real easy, and they're going to say, hey, everything in here is not is not separate. He's using it in they call it commingling the funds, okay? Don't do that. Bad juju. That's why you get a paycheck, and then you take that paycheck and you spend it however you want, okay? But not the company money. The company money needs to stay as being company money, okay? So we're going to take our money out of it and go and put into a different account, a different bank. All right, psychologically what happens is that once the money gets into the account, all of a sudden we're going to find all kinds of stuff we need. Oh, I need this, oh, I need that, and everything like that. No, you don't. Remember, we're on a budget. We're not balling, okay? I'm here to tell you, you're going to have to do one of the things that has been the most difficult things for me to learn how to do is say, no. No, you don't need that. No, we don't need this at this moment. No, you really don't need that. You can get around that. You can use this. It's a little bit more trouble, da-da-da-da. Okay, now I'm all about putting money back into the business, growing the business, buying new tools, anything that can make me money, okay? However, most of the time, we're not starting off with a huge bank account, okay? And if you are, you got to be real careful that you're not out there and just flexing everything like that. Before you know it, you're going to be broke. There's something psychological that happens that once that money's in that account and we operate out of that account, then we're already saying, hey, that money's spent. I'm going to spend it on something, okay? So take that money, put it into a different account somewhere else, and just let it sit, okay? It can't be marked as your company account either, okay? Trust me on this one, all right? So now, The next thing we need is that once you get a little bit of money, say like we got that 10 grand, need to have it start working for you, okay? This is where a lot of people don't do anything, all right? And what I'm talking about, the money for you, you need to start looking at acquiring assets. Assets are anything that puts money in your pocket, okay? Liabilities are what takes money out of your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket, okay? Now, that's what I want. You know, the other thing is educate yourself. You will get to a point where you're starting to make enough money. You're going to need to have an attorney on speed dial. Trust me on this. You're going to run into questions. You're going to need that person, have an established relationship with them, talk to them, ask them, say, hey, I need to do this, I need to do that. Is that possible? Find out what it is that they have to say about those things, okay? You really, really need to have that person on your side, being part of your team. It's a necessary evil, all right? In this day and time especially. The thing about it is it's real easy to make money. It's hard for people to hold on to it and then start making it work for them. You'll see all kinds of sports stars, musicians, you know, people that hit it big basically overnight and they're broke within 5 years. Lottery winners, best example ever. You know, they sit there and they win, 30, 40, 50 million and before you know it, you're like, man, how in the world can you go through $50 million and not have anything after 5 years? Oh, it's real easy, You start buying everybody dinner every time you go out. Anybody that has car trouble, you buy them a new car and everything like that. And then before you know it, you're blowing through 10, 15 million. Well, here's the thing though, is if you win 40 million, guess what? You're probably going to be lucky if you walk away with 20 to 25 million of that money, okay? And guess what they don't do? They don't go and talk to anybody right off the bat and say, hey, look, I need to preserve this wealth. I need it to start working for me. What's the best route for me to take to get this money so it's starting to pay me money every month? They never look at it like that. What they do is they say, you know what, it's so much and everything, we're never going to blow through this. It's always going to be okay. We don't have to deal with that. We'll deal with that tomorrow. And I'm telling you, folks, tomorrow will come. And if you're not getting your buckets right, okay, and putting that money in there and getting it to work for you, then before you know it, you're going to be 65, 70 years old. So, it's a shame how much money I made. And now I'm having to rely on Social Security. And if you think that's going to be around, like, well, I can collect, bad chance of that happening, I don't believe it's going to be there. Okay? So, I am responsible for my retirement. I'm going to be the one that's going to have to make that happen. With just a few slight adjustments in your way of thinking and the way that you do things, you can be on the road to financial independence if that's what you want. If you don't want that, I get it. Me personally, I don't know why anybody does. Why they don't want financial independence. But there's a lot of people out there that will tell you they do, but they're not willing to put forth the action. They're not willing to change their behavior so that they are able to enjoy financial independence. It is a wonderful thing when you wake up and you don't have to worry about anything. So, that's my message to you today is now you're making money. What should we start to do with some of it? Well, one thing is to make sure you don't have a whole bunch sitting in your company account in case you get sued, okay? And unfortunately, the more endeavors you get involved with, it's almost a matter of not if, it's a matter of when. If you got your hands in many different pies, I highly suggest you get what we call a general liability policy that falls over everything just in case. All right? Just a word. Next thing is start hitting your goals. You want, first 1,000, that's easy. 10,000 is going to be a little bit more difficult. Next one be 50,000. It gets easier as time goes on. Okay? You got some money, make sure that you got it working for you. Okay? At the very least, you can put it into a high yield money market account or something like that. But just remember this, okay? If you're not making 5% on your money, you're losing money every year. The cost of living and inflation increases more than 4%. Okay? So at 5%, if you're only making 5%, you're not making any money. All you're doing is treading water. You're just staying right in place and everything like that. Okay? You're not losing money, but you're not making any money. Okay? So it needs to make more than 5% for you to start seeing some of it. Right? Educate yourself. Talk to people. Talk to people that are in a position where you want to be at. I used to do that all the time. I ask people, I say, hey, let me ask you this. You're in a position where I'd like to be at. Tell me what you did. And so many people told me over and over something along these lines. I figured out I lived below my means. I invested money. I've heard everything from stocks, bonds to, I knew one guy that invested in ostriches because at one time their eyes were worth a lot of money to medical research or whatever. But they took action. Okay? That's the biggest thing that people don't do is that they don't take action. So, there you go. Be productive, be profitable, and hopefully you will engage in some financial independence. Have a wonderful day. Be good. Hit that finger, the like button for me. Tell all your friends about us.